Master P spent 20 years, $25 million, and his entire reputation trying to buy his brother's freedom. But today, March 31st, 2026, the ice cream man didn't just lose a court case, he lost his soul. A series of leaked federal memos and encrypted court files have just surfaced, and they reveal a betrayal so cold, it's reportedly left the no-limit mogul broke, abandoned, and facing a life sentence of his own, a life sentence of total isolation. The empire has crumbled, the family has walked away, and the man who once owned the world is now staring into a hollow tank. If you thought you knew the story of No Limit, you are dead wrong. This is the dark, final chapter of a king who was destroyed by the very person he sacrificed everything to save. Stick around, because what we're about to show you is the end of an era. To understand the magnitude of this catastrophic collapse, you have to understand the myth of the man himself. Percy Master P. Miller didn't just build a record label, he built a religion. Rising out of the concrete jungle of the Calliope projects in New Orleans, he was the architect of the ultimate underdog story. He took a $10,000 malpractice settlement and turned it into a $350 million fortress. He was the ice cream man, the man who owned his masters, his distribution, and his destiny when the rest of the industry was still begging for crumbs. But behind the gold tanks and the Forbes covers, a dark, jagged crack was forming in the foundation. A crack named Corey C. Murder Miller. For nearly 3 decades, the world watched a performance of brotherly love that masked a boiling ocean of resentment. Since that fateful night in January 2002 at the Platinum Club, Percy has lived 2 lives, one as a global business mogul and the other as a full-time ATM for his brother's legal nightmares. Every rally, every high-priced attorney, and every free C-Murder t-shirt was paid for by the sweat of Percy's brow. Insiders estimate that over the last 24 years, Master P has funneled over $25 million into a legal black hole, hoping to buy back the freedom of a brother who reportedly refused to help himself. But here's the truth that's finally leaking out of the shadows. The streets never let go of the Miller family. While Percy was moving into mansions in Beverly Hills and trying to become the Black Disney, Corey was allegedly deepening his ties with the very elements that put him behind bars at Angola. According to secret testimonies buried in the 2026 court archives, the tension between the 2 brothers reached a fever pitch years ago. Corey allegedly viewed Percy not as a savior, but as a gatekeeper who was keeping him locked up to protect the No Limit brand's corporate image. This wasn't just a family disagreement, it was a psychological war. Percy wanted the world to see a reformed family, but Corey reportedly wanted to burn the square image to the ground. The industry always suspected that the Miller empire was a house of cards, held together by NDAs and expensive lawyers. But after the tragic, soul-crushing loss of his daughter Titiana, the tank began to leak. The mogul was grieving, his defenses were down, and the vultures, some of whom shared his last name, began to circle. Now, in March 2026, those decades of hidden anger have finally exploded into a legal and financial ambush that no one saw coming. The history of No Limit wasn't written in gold, it was written in blood and betrayal. And as the secret documents suggest, the very man who Percy tried to pull out of the dirt just used that same dirt to bury his big brother alive. This wasn't just inevitable, it was a calculated execution of a legacy. The clock struck 3:15 a.m. on March 30th, 2026, when the digital world exploded. A mysterious whistleblower, allegedly a former high-ranking executive within the No Limit legal team, leaked a massive encrypted file onto a private hip-hop forum. The file was simply titled, "The Extinction of the Tank." What was inside wasn't just a memo, it was a digital execution. The primary conflict centers around a shocking new civil lawsuit filed by Corey C. Murder Miller against his own brother, Percy. But this isn't your average family dispute over money. The leaked documents reveal that Corey is accusing Master P of strategic incarceration. In a sworn statement that has sent shockwaves through the Louisiana judicial system, Corey alleges that Master P intentionally sabotaged his 2009 retrial.
Why?
Because according to the leak, Percy realized that a free C murder was a liability to his square corporate image and his multi-million-dollar deals with clean, family-oriented brands. The documents include a series of leaked text messages from an encrypted server, allegedly between Master P and a high-priced private investigator. One message, dated just weeks before the 2026 Supreme Court denial, reads, "Keep the pressure on the witnesses. If Corey walks, the deals dry up. The streets stay in the streets, and the business stays in the boardroom. Make sure the recantations look suspect." If this message is authentic, it means the man who spent 20 years crying free C murder on national television was allegedly the very person making sure the prison doors stayed locked from the outside. The betrayal is so deep, it's radioactive. But wait, it gets even darker. When the news of the leak hit the Miller estate in New Orleans, the scene was described as absolute, pure panic. An insider source, a staffer who was present during the fallout, claims that Master P suffered a physical collapse. But it wasn't just the betrayal that broke him. It was the realization that Corey had been working on a counterstrike for years. While Percy was out here acting as the ATM, paying for lawyers and rallies, Corey was reportedly funneling information to federal auditors. The first major twist that has paralyzed the industry? Master P is reportedly flat broke. According to the leaked financial audit attached to the lawsuit, every single no-limit mansion, every custom car, and even the iconic gold tank jewelry are all reportedly leveraged or owned by shell companies that Percy no longer controls. The audit suggests that the $25 million Percy claimed to spend on Corey's freedom was actually diverted into failing real estate deals and offshore accounts that have now been seized by the feds. A leaked audio clip, purportedly from a jailhouse phone call between the brothers just 48 hours ago, has surfaced. In the recording, you can hear Master P's voice trembling with a mix of rage and desperation. "Corey, I gave you my life. I gave you the shirt off my back." Corey's response was cold, calculated, and filled with 20 years of prison-hardened venom. "You didn't give me a life, Percy. You gave me a brand. You used my name to sell records while I ate mystery meat in a cage. Now, I'm taking the only thing you have left, your reputation. The A-team is empty because I already pulled the plug." The fallout was immediate. Within hours of the leak, "Master P is a fraud" began trending globally. But the real shocker, the twist that makes this a total nightmare, is that Corey's legal team has reportedly partnered with the very people Master P tried to avoid, the family of Steve Thomas. Reports suggest that C Murder is offering to pay the $1.4 million civil judgment owed to the Thomas family by handing over Percy's secret business ledgers to the authorities. Imagine that. A man spends his entire adulthood trying to protect his brother, only for that brother to join forces with the family of the victim to strip him of his last dollar. The no-limit mogul is now facing a life sentence of poverty and public shaming. He is being abandoned by his associates, his bank accounts are reportedly showing a zero balance, and his own flesh and blood has just signed his career's death warrant. The streets are in a frenzy. The industry is in shock. And the man who once said, "Ugh," is now reportedly silent, locked inside a mansion he might not even own by next week. But as bad as this sounds, the second reveal, the one involving the federal memo, is about to turn this tragedy into a total catastrophe. The fire isn't just burning, it's consuming everything in its path. Within 4 hours of the leaked extinction file, the hashtag #MasterPExposed hit #1 on X, formerly Twitter, racking up over 2 million mentions. But while the fans were arguing, the industry power players were already making their moves. The escalation reached a fever pitch when a verified Twitter thread from a high-level legal fixer in Atlanta dropped a series of screenshots. These weren't just messages, they were receipts. The thread alleges that the life sentence Master P is facing isn't just financial, it's a literal trap set by the federal government. According to the leak, the IRS and the Department of Justice have been running a silent, 3-year investigation into the no-limit archives, triggered by internal tips from someone deep inside the Miller circle. And here is the second, most gut-wrenching twist. The informant isn't a disgruntled employee. It's allegedly Romeo Miller. A leaked email, reportedly from Romeo's private server to a federal investigator, has surfaced. It reads, "I can't carry this weight anymore. The square image is a lie. My father has been using the Free C-Murder movement as a tax shield for years. The money isn't going to lawyers. It's going into a black hole of debt and fake charities. I have to protect my siblings, even if it means burying the tank." The industry backlash was instantaneous. 50 Cent, never one to miss a moment, posted a video to Instagram that was deleted within minutes. In the clip, he's laughing while holding a stack of cash, saying, "P, I told you. You can't keep the lights on with a fake UGG. Your own son just unplugged the generator." The ice cream man is officially out of gas. But the social media explosion was nothing compared to the industry blacklist that followed. Reports are circulating that major streaming platforms have placed a hold on all no-limit royalties.
Why?
Because the leaked document suggests that the rights to Master P's entire catalog, songs like Make M Say Ugh and Ice Cream Man, were quietly put up as collateral for a high-interest predatory loan from a mysterious investment group in 2024. That investment group? It's reportedly owned by a shell company linked to C-Murder's legal team. Think about the psychological warfare here. Corey Miller, from a 6x9 cell in Angola, has allegedly orchestrated a hostile takeover of his big brother's life work. While Percy was visiting him, bringing him commissary, and crying for his freedom, Corey was allegedly signing papers to seize the very masters that built the Miller fortune. The public reaction has been split right down the middle, creating a digital civil war. A leaked TikTok video from a prominent hip-hop analyst went viral with over 5 million views, stating, "We are watching the most sophisticated betrayal in the history of music. Master P thought he was playing chess with the world, but his own brother was playing 4D chess from a prison bunk. The mogul is officially a ghost in his own mansion." But then came the final blow of this section, the one that turned the shock into pure panic. A leaked CCTV clip from a private jet terminal in New Orleans shows federal agents surrounding a Gulfstream jet with the No Limit logo on the tail. The video, grainy but unmistakable, shows agents removing several heavy, black Pelican cases from the aircraft. The rumor on the street? Those cases contain the last of Master P's physical assets, hard drives, gold chains, and original master tapes, all being seized as evidence in a RICO-adjacent investigation triggered by C-Murder's confession diary. The industry is in a state of absolute shock. High-profile friends who once stood by P's side have scrubbed their social media of any photos with him. The square who made it out is now being painted as a vulture who built a kingdom on lies. And as the sun sets over the Miller estate, sources say the power has been cut, the staff has fled, and Percy Robert Miller is sitting in the dark, watching his own son and brother lead the charge to dismantle his soul. The cliffhanger that has everyone screaming? A leaked memo from the Jefferson Parish DA's office suggests that a surrender order has been drafted for an individual identified only as PRM. Is the ice cream man about to trade his mansion for a jumpsuit? The world is waiting for the 6 p.m. news, and the tension is high enough to snap. The digital world didn't just react, it caught fire. By 6 p.m., the Miller Massacre, as the internet is now calling it, became the most searched event in Google history, surpassing even the biggest election cycles. The divide is brutal, and the lines are drawn in blood. On one side, the old-school loyalists are in mourning. You can see thousands of TikToks of 40 and 50-year-old men, the original no-limit soldiers, sitting in their cars with tears in their eyes, playing I'm Bout It for the last time. One viral video, with over 10 million views, shows a fan burning a vintage 1997 no-limit gold chain, captioning it, "I gave this man my youth. He gave us a lie. The tank is just a trash can now." But the Corey was right movement is growing like a virus. A leaked Reddit thread from an account claiming to be a former no-limit street promoter has gone nuclear. The thread, titled "The Vulture in the Suit," alleges that Master P has been skimming from C-Murder's royalties since 2005 to pay for his own failed real estate ventures. The thread includes fake bank screenshots showing millions of dollars moving from a Corey Miller trust into an offshore account in the Cayman Islands. The internet's reaction? Pure, unadulterated venom. One top comment with 50,000 upvotes reads, P spent 20 years playing the hero, while he was the one holding the cell door shut. That's not a mogul. That's a prison warden in a Gucci suit. The industry backlash has been even more devastating. The big three streaming giants, Spotify, Apple Music, and Tidal, have reportedly pulled all no-limit curated playlists. An inside source at a major label says the legal toxicity is so high that radio stations have been sent a soft ban memo, advising them to stop playing Master P tracks until the betrayal hearing concludes. And then come the celebrities. The silence from the A-listers is deafening, but the shade is loud. Kim Kardashian, who was once the face of the hashtag #FreeCMurder movement, reportedly unfollowed Master P and Romeo within minutes of the federal raid leak. A leaked close friends IG story from a prominent R&B singer, who many believe is Monica, shows a black screen with the words, "The truth always finds its way out. You can't build a kingdom on a brother's tears and expect it to stand." Hashtag justice for Corey. Even the younger generation is piling on. A group of trending Memphis rappers posted a snippet of a diss track aimed at P, mocking the ice cream man for finally melting under the federal heat. But the most shocking reaction came from a leaked news clip from a New Orleans local station. They interviewed a group of OGs from the Calliope projects, and the sentiment was chilling. One man, who claimed to have run with the Millers in the 90s, looked straight into the camera and said, "Percy forgot where he came from. He thought he was a square, but the streets don't recognize a square that betrays his own blood. The tank didn't run out of gas. It was sabotaged from the inside by the very man driving it." The division is so deep it's creating a no-limit civil war in every comment section across the globe. Some fans are calling for a total boycott of P's, Snoop cereal, and Master Crunch products, claiming the food is blood money. Photos have surfaced of grocery store shelves in Atlanta and New Orleans where Master P's products have been moved to the clearance section or simply thrown in the trash by store managers who don't want the controversy in their aisles. The industry is paralyzed. The fans are polarized. And the square image that Percy Miller spent 30 years perfecting is being shredded into a million pieces by the very people who once worshipped him. But the real bomb, the one that will end the conversation forever, is a leaked surrender notice that's circulating on the dark web. It's a statement that fuels a terrifying new theory. Master P isn't just broke, he's a fugitive in his own city. The cliffhanger? A leaked photo of a federal seizure notice posted on the front gates of the Miller estate. The doors are locked, the gold tank is gone, and the only thing left is a single, handwritten sign on the gate that says, "Property of the U.S. government." Is the ice cream man already in custody? Or is he on the run? The world is holding its breath for the 11 p.m. update. Just when you thought the tank had hit rock bottom, the floor just dropped into a bottomless abyss. At 11:45 p.m. tonight, March 31st, 2026, a high-level whistleblower from the Louisiana Department of Corrections leaked a document that has effectively ended the legacy of Master P. This isn't just a twist, it's a total, reality-shattering reversal of fates. The document, a federal immunity agreement, reveals the ultimate price of C-Murder's freedom. According to the leak, Corey Miller didn't just provide a confession diary, he provided physical evidence, including a hidden ledger buried under the floorboards of the original No Limit record store in Richmond, California. That ledger allegedly contains 30 years of off-the-books transactions, linking the No Limit empire to a series of high-level federal crimes that Percy Miller thought he had buried in the 90s. But here is the twist that has the entire world screaming. The feds have reportedly granted Corey Miller a compassionate release in exchange for his full testimony against his big brother. Yes, you heard that right. The man who sat in a cage for 23 years while Percy played the mogul is reportedly walking out of the front gates of Hunt Correctional Center tomorrow morning. But he's not walking into a celebration, he's walking into his brother's shoes. The leaked surrender notice for Master P has finally been verified by a second source. It's not just a financial audit anymore. Reports are surfacing that a federal warrant has been issued for the arrest of Percy Robert Miller on charges of conspiracy to obstruct justice and massive-scale racketeering. The theory that has paralyzed social media? That Percy didn't know Corey was innocent, but he kept him inside to use the Free Sea Murder movement as a global tax haven for his failing businesses. The imagery coming out of New Orleans right now is haunting. A leaked drone shot shows a fleet of black SUVs surrounding Master P's private estate. The no-limit gold tank that once stood as a symbol of black excellence is being hoisted onto a flatbed truck by federal agents. But the most chilling detail is a leaked final message from Sea Murder's private Instagram account, posted just minutes ago. It's a photo of the prison gates opening, with a caption that reads, "The ice cream man didn't save me, he sold me. Now, I'm coming home to collect the debt. The ATM is empty. Percy. See you on the other side of the glass." The cliffhanger that has the industry in a total panic? Rumors are swirling that several other no-limit OGs, including Silk the Shocker and Mystical, have been subpoenaed to testify in what the media is calling the trial of the century. Is Master P already in federal custody, or did he flee the country before the SUVs arrived? A leaked flight manifest shows a private jet registered to a no-limit shell company took off for a non-extradition country just 2 hours ago. Was Percy on that plane, or is he currently being processed into the very same system that swallowed his brother? The world is paralyzed, waiting for the 6 a.m. face-to-face reveal. The Square, who made it out, is now the most wanted man in hip-hop, and the brother, who is left for dead, is about to become the most powerful witness in American history. Is this the end of the Miller family, or just the beginning of a war that will destroy everyone involved? The only thing we know for sure is that the tank has finally exploded from the inside out. The tank has officially exploded, and the shrapnel is hitting everyone. But now, the real trial begins in the comments. Is Master P a betrayed icon who lost it all to a snake of a brother, or is he a corporate vulture who finally got caught in his own trap? Type hashtag Team P or hashtag Team Corey right now. I want to see who the streets are really writing for. And don't even think about closing this tab. We are tracking that private jet in real time, and rumors of a federal surrender video are leaking as we speak. Hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications, because the moment Percy Miller is seen in handcuffs, you will see it here first. Is the ice cream man finished, or does he have one last trick up his sleeve? Drop your theories below, and click the video on your screen right now to see the leaked prison tapes that changed everything. The final chapter is dropping sooner than you think.